Threshold Tactics gives a special thanks to our sponsors. Welcome back to Threshold Tactics, the channel where we film competitive battle reports. My name is Ryan.
I'm Kai.
And today we're going to be playing Border War. In Border War, victory points are scored by each player from controlling objectives that are capped at a max of 6 per turn. That's going to be 1 point for your home objective, 2 points for each of the side objectives, and then 5 points for the objective that's wholly within enemy territory. We score 4 victory points for your battle tactic. For the underdog twist, add 1 to hit rolls for units in the underdog's army if they charge this turn and are contesting the objective wholly within the enemy territory. So onto our lists. Today I am playing Disciples of Tzeentch with a 2-drop list led by Warmaster Kairos Fateweaver. He's got the kind of implied chaos spawn for the summoning. We've got a changeling as an italics hero, and we've got a unit of 6 flamers. Then in the Lord of Changes regiment, he's got a big block of 20 blue horrors, which can split into brimstones, of course, and then 2 blocks of 10 pink horrors. Kai, what's going on in your Cities of Sigmar list?
So today I'm playing Cities of Sigmar. My battle formation gives me a +3 range on my shooting attacks. My general's regiment is Italia, of course, with a big unit of 10 cavaliers. My next regiment, I have 5 by the way, is Skeleton Toll. They are in the sky somewhere waiting to drop down. The next 2 are the same. It's Fusiliers led by a Warforger. One of them has my heroic trait and my artifact, with basically one can give me a +1 to hit and wound if I do an all-out attack with shooting, and the other one gives me D3 models back at the end of the turn if something dies, and it has to be out of combat. My last regiment is the Pontifex. He's leading 2 units of Wildercorps hunters.
Okay, we also had some pre-game stuff or deployment phase abilities. You went first, so that would be a number of things for you. What did you do in that phase?
First of all, I had to move my Wildercorps hunters, so I decided to move them up a little bit over here. And I also, because I'm 5 dropped, I can choose another honor guard. So my first honor guard, I'll pick +1 rend against infantry for my cavaliers.
Yeah.
And the second one I can choose is going to be the bodyguard on the Skeleton Soul companions.
Cool. And then I had my Destiny dice. I only had 1 6, 2 5s, 2 4s, and the rest were low. I moved my Changeling, but I decided not to put the Changeling anywhere near you, so I just kind of repositioned here. I chose for my Honor Guard that the Changeling, as the italics hero for the new rules, would give +2 inch movements to all infantry units. You had more drops than me. I finished first, so I am actually going to give you the first turn.
All right, man.
Okay, let's do it. Okay.
Good luck.
Yeah, you too.
For my battle tactic, I will take flanks. Warforgers here. They can give +1 save on a 3+. This guy is going to try it on the Fusiliers.
Sure.
On a 3+. Yes. And the other guy is going to try it on the Cavaliers. Nope. I'm going to do the prayer -1 to wound on one of my units. The 3, so I will bank the 3.
Sure.
I'm going to use the War Scroll prayer. 3 as well. So I will use the other 3 to make it a 6. It goes off on a 5, which means she gives a 5+ ward bubble wholly within 12. The cast to get my Cavaliers to charge 3 instead of 2 goes off on an 8.
So, and I add +1 to unbinding? Yeah, you got it.
The next spell is going to be the Conspine. It goes off on an 8 again. Yeah,
so
it goes off actually.
Yep.
This is everything I can do.
I will use a CP. I'm going to try to teleport this unit of pinks. That's a 12.
Off to the movement phase.
Talia issues the advance and formation order. The Warforger issues the advance and formation order.
So everything moved. You want to redeploy?
Yeah, I'm going to spend a CP to redeploy this unit of blue horrors. 6.
Then we go to the shooting phase. So I'll use 1 command point for all-out attack. Fusiliers did 8 damage against the blue horrors.
The blue horrors split and returned 6 brimstones.
Fusiliers do no damage against the blue horrors. And that's my shooting.
I'm going to spend a CP.
Yep.
To do an covering fire from the flamers on the Cavaliers.
1 command point for all our defense on the Cavaliers.
The flamers did 0 damage.
So that's the shooting. You're shooting as well. Charge.
Sure.
These guys, of course, 15. That's my charge. Okay, so we go to the combat phase. I will use 1 command point for an all-out attack on the Cavaliers.
I'll use a CP for an all defense on the flamers.
The Cavaliers do 7 damage to the Flamers and 13 damage to the Pink Horrors. The Pink Horrors split and return 8 Blue Horrors.
The pink horrors do no damage to the Cavaliers. Blue and Brim horrors end up doing 6 damage in total to the Cavaliers.
End of turn, I score my home objective. This one. So 5 plus my battle tactic.
So 9 points.
9 points for me.
For my battle tactic, I'm going to do not waver. 2 units fight, nothing dies. I'm going to start with Arcane Suggestion coming from Kairos, that's his War Scroll spell, on the Cavaliers to turn off commands. That goes off on a 13. We're going to do Bolt of Tzeentch on them for D3 damage coming from Kairos.
Yep.
Nope, and he miscast.
Miscast. Hey.
Kairos miscast takes no mortal damage because of his ward. I'm going to try to, with the Changeling, teleport the Flamers out. I'm going to use a 5 and a 4 on my Destiny dice.
Nope.
I'm going to do his big mortal damage spell, the Lord of Change. That'll be enough on an 8. Doesn't go off?
It's a 9, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Bolt to Tzeentch.
Yep.
It goes off an 11.
Nope.
1 damage.
1 die.
The Changeling will also do the D3. Goes off on an 8.
No in mine.
Okay.
All right.
Changeling with Bolt to Tzeentch does 2 damage. So that's all of my casting. I'm also going to use his ability to replace this 1, the 5.
There we
Thanks
go,
for
that's good.
getting me close. So that's my part of the hero phase. You want to do something?
Nope.
Okay. So we'll go to the movement phase. That'll be my movement. Would you like to read it for him?
No, no.
Okay. We're going to go to shooting. I would get +1 to wound if I give you burning, so I'm just going to give you burning now. So I'm going to say burning. The Flamers do 3 damage to the Cavaliers. Pinks do 1 damage with shooting against the Cavaliers. Otherwise, no more shooting.
Great.
If you like to
I will spend my last command point for a covering fire with this unit.
Okay.
So Fusiliers do 4 damage to the pink horrors in covering fire.
Charge phase. I'm going to see what charging with Kairos would look like. 8. I think it's too risky, so I'm not going to do it.
All right.
So there's no more charges that I'm going to do. So go into the combat phase.
Yes.
Blues and Brims do 3 damage to the Cavaliers, killing 1.
The Cavaliers do 1 damage to the Pink Horrors. Petty Vengeance does 0 damage to the Cavaliers.
The Pinks do nothing to the Cavaliers.
Burning does 3 mortal wounds to the Cavaliers.
Okay, so I still only have my home objective, meaning 1 point, plus battle tactic of having 2 units fight, not die.
Yep.
So that's 5 points. So
Yep.
I'm walking behind by 4. All right,
Roll up.
roll off.
5.
Okay, so you won the roll off. What's it going to be?
I'll just keep the prio and I will go.
Sure.
For my battle tactic, I will choose Reclaim the Realm.
Okay.
Order 1. This Warforged is going to try the +1 save on the Pontifex. Gets it. The other one is going to try it on Talia. Gets it. I'll just try 1 spell with this guy. The 3d6 charge spell on 8. Doesn't go up. Then we go to the prayers. I'll do the -1 to wound prayer. It goes up on a 5. It's 2.
Bank it.
Bank it. And then I'll do his War Scroll prayer on a 5. It's a 1.
So you lose D3. You lose 3. Okay.
I cannot do anything else.
Let me think about a magical intervention here.
Yeah.
I'm going to spend a CP to rally the Flamers.
Yep.
That's 3, which means I heal 1 and then bring a guy back.
Yep.
I'm going to spend a CP to do magical intervention.
All right.
I guess just Bolt to Tzeentch into the Welder Corpse.
It's a 10.
10.
Yep.
Almost. I mean,
Goes up.
So D3 damage.
Yep.
Kairos does 1 mortal damage against the Welder Corpse Hunters.
Yep.
And I will mark them as potential targets for burning.
Go to the movement phase.
The Cavaliers take 1 damage from the retreat. Talia issues the advance and formation order.
Okay, this is my movement. You want to redeploy?
I will spend a CP to redeploy the horrors.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Then we go to the shooting phase.
Mm-hmm.
CoS Tool do 5 damage in shooting to Kairos. Command point for all-out attack.
The Fusiliers kill the pink horrors. The Fusiliers do 11 damage to the blue horrors. The blue horrors split and return 8 models.
Yeah, it's weird. So this is my shooting.
I'll use a CP to have the flamers do a covering fire into CoS Toll. Okay, the flamers do 3 damage to CoS Toll. Yep. And I will choose to, of the 2 choices for burning, I'll put burning on CoS Toll.
I guess we go to the charge phase, right?
Mm-hmm.
First CoS Tool. It's 5. I will reroll this for 1 command point.
That'll
At 10.
do
That's my charges. Do you want to counter charge?
I don't have enough CP.
Then we go to the combat phase, I guess. Do you have any rampages with Kairos?
No, they do not have rampages.
Okay.
CoS and Toll use all-out attack. Kairos uses all-out defense.
CoS Tool do 8 damage against Kairos. The Toll's companions do 2 damage against Kairos.
Flamers do 1 damage to CoS Toll. Kairos does 6 damage to CoS Toll.
Yeah, I think that's a turn. So I tried CoS Toll there to kill it. Just didn't make it for 1 wound. So I got my battle tactic and I hold 1
Plus
and
3 points of primaries, plus
Yeah.
4 points, so 7 points.
Yeah.
Okay, for my battle tactic, Kairos is going to use his once per game ability to redo one of the battle tactics I've already done, which is the last one, Do Not Waver, so 2 units fight and nothing dies. I'm going to go ahead and, with him, rotate my Destiny dice, my 2.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 6.
Nice.
Cool. I think we'll start with the Changeling and try to do Bolt of Tzeentch on these guys. Yeah, that's an 11. Bolt of Tzeentch from the Changeling does 1 damage against Toll's companions. The Lord of Change will try Tzeentch's Firestorm. Oh, come on. That fails. I'll do Bolt of Tzeentch with him.
Yep.
Also into them.
Mm-hmm.
That goes off on a 9. With a Bolt of Tzeentch from the Lord of Change, I do another 3 damage against Toll's companions. The Changeling will try to set up Shackles. That goes off on a 13.
Sure.
The Shackles do 2 damage to the Welder Corpse Hunters.
Yep.
None. No damage to the Cavaliers.
Right.
Let's do Bolt of Tzeentch again from Kairos. That'll be a 13. Kairos does 3 more into Toll's companions.
Nice. Another one.
Kairos will do Arcane Transformation into this unit. Another 13. So I'm going to choose for no commands. Okay, so I'll do Transform into Spawn then. Kairos will try to Transform into Spawn. That's a 9. There you go.
Double 6.
So that doesn't go off. I'm going to use one of my Destiny dice, one of these 2s, to bring back the unit of 10 pink. So that was the hero phase. Would you like to do anything?
No, I won't do anything.
Okay, cool. So we're going on to the movement phase.
Yeah.
That's all my movement.
Yep.
Would you like to redeploy?
No.
Okay, no redeploy.
No.
Moving on to the shooting phase.
Yes.
Flamers do 2 damage to Toll's companions. Pinks do 2 damage to the Toll's companions. Blues do 4 damage to the Fusiliers. The pinks do 2 damage to the Wilder Corpse Hunters. Okay, that's all my shooting. Would you like to covering fire with your CP?
Yeah, I will use 1 command point for covering fire.
Okay.
And as a second thing, I will command the Fusiliers for the shooting command. I do 5 damage to the blue horse in covering fire.
Mm-hmm.
And I roll a 4 for the order, which means they get strike last.
Okay.
Till
And I'm going to roll for the brims. 4 of them come back. Charge phase. They're going to try to charge. Nope. Okay, so I failed my charge.
Cavaliers do 2 damage to the shackles. The Wilder Corpse do 2 damage to the shackles.
I'm going to pull my burning stuff. So this thing, it's the end of the turn. This thing, 3 damage. Then against the Fusiliers, I do 3 damage as well. Let's talk about the round. First off, this turn I have my 2 objectives for, again, 1, 2, 3 points. But guess what? I screwed up my battle tactic. I spent all this time thinking about Kairos getting to choose it because he was almost dead. I use his ability to choose to fight with 2 units because you had a nice juicy unit sitting right here.
Yeah.
And what I needed to have done was charged with 2 units.
Yeah.
I failed that charge, and honestly, I spent so much effort in the hero phase thinking about killing this off so they don't kill Kairos back that I forgot about the battle tactic.
Yeah.
Plus, I was too far away with how I had moved to also have a backup unit I could charge. So this is a rookie mistake. So I only get 3 points. So let's roll that priority into battle round 3. Get a 5.
Me too.
Well, you get to choose it.
I get to choose as well, yeah. Then I have to take it, I guess.
Okay.
So from a battle tactic, I'll take their land.
Yes, sir.
This one. Warforgers. See if they can buff something. This guy is only within 12 of the Fusiliers.
Yeah.
Nope, doesn't go off. This guy is within Talia range. So she +1. Yes. Talia gets +1 save to the prayers. She's going to do the one that gives -1 to wound for my, like a deep buff for myself. It's a 1, it fails.
No wounds though.
No, and now she's trying her War Scroll spell for the 5 ward. It's a 3, she banks it. So this Warforger is going to try the 3d6 charge on Talia. Nope, fails. I will spend 1 command point to rally the Wallenkorps Hunters 2 back. You want to do...
I'm definitely going to do some stuff. I'm first going to try to spend a CP to rally Kairos. He rallied 4 points back, so he's got 5 points left of health. That's number 1. Number 2 is Kairos is going to do a magical intervention to transform to spawn. I'll use 2 5s.
I'll definitely try it with the Pontifex.
Nope.
Nope. You get it? Okay, we go to the movement phase.
Talia issues the advance in formation order. The Wildacor hunters take 1 damage from the retreat.
That was all my movement.
Do I want to redeploy? I don't think so.
So we go to the shooting phase. I will use 1 command point for an all-out attack.
The Fusiliers do 18 damage to the unit of horrors. The blue horrors split and only return 1 model.
I'm going to use a CP for an all-out defense.
Fusiliers do 1 damage to the Flamers. So that was my shooting.
I'm going to spend a CP
Yeah.
to do covering fire with the Flamers, which means they have to shoot at Talia. We're trying to put burning on her. The Flamers do 1 damage to Talia Vedra, which is enough for me to put burning on her.
Now for the charges. The Pontifex I'll try first. Of course, he rolls.
Energetic.
Fusiliers will charge. Roll a 10. I'll try the, maybe he rolls a 12. Double 1, no.
That's opposite.
And Talia? Also double 1. I will use a command point to reroll the double 1s on the charge for Talia.
Sure.
Into a 6. Nope, she's stuck. The Pontifex will give the order for +1 attacks to the Fusiliers, the combat phase.
Yes, sir. You get to choose.
The Fusiliers in combat do 4 damage to the Brim Horrors.
The pinks do 1 damage to the Fusiliers.
The Pontifex kills off the Brim Horror.
Chaos Spawn does no damage to the last Cavalier.
The Wildacor Hunters finally finish off the shackles. So Cavalier does no damage to the Chaos Spawn.
Okay, then I'm going to do my burning.
Yep.
First on Talia. Burning does 2 damage on Talia.
Yes.
Yes, 2 damage. Burning on the Fusiliers does nothing. I just did 2 on him, so if he doesn't have a ward, he's dead.
He is dead. This is my turn. For my scoring, I have my battle tactic here for take this land. I have 2 for this.
5 points worth of objectives for
so
9.
9 points again.
Yep. My battle tactic, I'm going to do Offering of Carnage, so I have to kill 2 units. I don't have to specify which 2. Yep. Tzeentch's Firestorm coming from the Lord of Change on your Fusiliers is 7.
So the Pontifex try to mind.
Sure. Does not go off.
Is 8.
All right. We're going to do Bolt of Tzeentch with the Changeling. That's a 10. Bolt of Tzeentch from the Changeling does 2 damage on the Fusiliers. The Changeling is also going to try to cast Shackles. That goes off on a 7.
7 goes up.
Okay.
Actually.
So now I'll let the Shackles go off. That'll be 2 damage against the Pontifex.
4 up, nothing.
Against the these guys here, the
Waddle.
Wilder Corpse, 3 damage. And against the Fusiliers, nothing. I'll do Kairos. We'll also do Bolt Tzeentch into that unit.
Mm-hmm.
Goes
Nice.
off on a 11.
Sure.
3. Okay, Kairos is going to do Arcane Suggestion on the Fusiliers. That does not go off. Kairos is going to do Teleport on Big Bird.
Hey, good.
Okay. Will I train one of my Destiny dice? Well, I'll change one. I'll swap the 2. It's a 5, so I guess
Ooh.
that means I'm going to be swapping out the 4. Do you want a Magical Intervention now?
Yeah, so I'll use 1 command point for magical intervention with the Pontifex
Yes.
to do a prayer.
Yes, which one?
The War Scroll prayer. I have a 6. I will use the bank, and I will put back the 5 of Ward Bubble.
So I'm going to go to
Movement.
phase. I'm going to use the Lord of Changes for a Destiny dice to bring back half of the blue unit. That's my movement. Would you like to redeploy?
I have
Oh,
no
you have
command
CPs.
points.
Sure. So we're going to go to shooting.
Yep.
The blues do 2 damage to the Fusiliers. I'm using a CP to do all attack on the Flamers. Flamers do 4 damage to the Pontifex. The pinks do 2 damage to Pontifex Sinestra. So charge phase. Okay, I'm going to use my 11 worth of Destiny dice to come in for charge. Flamers also charge. 6. I'm going to have the Cursing charge because why not? 9. Big Bird. 9. These guys are going to try to hit Talia, or Pontifex Sinestra. 5 is not enough. That's all my charges. Do you have an order you want to give in the charge phase? Okay, combat phase, do you have any orders you'd like to give?
Nope.
Nope? Kairos took out the last remaining Wilder Corp Hunter.
The Pontifex does no damage to the Pink Horrors.
So the Lord of Change takes out the Fusiliers. Pinks do 1 damage to Pontifex Sinestra.
Flamers do 1 damage to the Pontifex.
So that's all of my attacking. I'm going to do a burning.
Yep.
So there's 2 units of burning. Let's start juicy or less juicy with Talia. Burning does 2 damage to Talia. You've got a ward save, so it does 1 damage to Talia with burning. And then here's the roll: 2 possible damage.
Yep. Got her.
Burning just peeled off Pontifex Sinestra.
Got her.
So this battle round, you know, I'm fighting a real big uphill battle here.
Yeah.
I've made some key mistakes. I think the shooting range, threat range thing might be a bad matchup for this list, and I'm still getting to learn this list too. So I definitely have that objective. I have this one still. So that's, and I got my battle tactic. So we're at 7 points. Let's see what happens to the double. All right.
Let's see what the roll-off does.
1. Oh, that's not
yeah,
it. Okay. So
yeah, so I will definitely take it.
yeah. Okay, so Kai, you won the roll-off. We're at the end of 3. So we're going into 4.
Yeah.
I'm down by 10 points if I've got this right now. So which means in order to, like, you're going to get at least what? Like, say you don't even get a battle tactic. You're going to just walk onto this.
I get
You got
at least
max
2
points.
times 6.
Yeah.
I have the advantage now, right?
Yeah.
So what I would do is just try shoot off the big bird.
Yeah.
Which is pretty easily
Yeah.
doable, I
Yeah.
think. Try to get this objective and this one for technical fronts, and turn 5 I would do C center, and
Sure.
I
Yeah,
would
you've
get,
got enough things left.
I would get max points now.
I think there's no way I'm coming back.
I think we can call it.
Yeah, I think we can call it.
Yeah.
So what did you learn about cities? And it's your first time playing against this list in Tzeentch. What are your thoughts? What is your
Well,
takeaway?
I'm playing 40 Fusiliers, so many shots,
Yeah.
and I outrange almost everything. So I can the first 2 rounds I can just hold back, let the other stuff be annoying, hold you off for two rounds, and then I come in with Talia and stuff.
Yep.
The only downside is I don't have any rends. I hit and wounds on force mostly, and you have the debuffs. First turn Cavaliers thing I did here won me the game, I think. Just lock you in for turn 1 and 2.
Yep.
And now it's just cleaning up, I guess.
I had a really hard time catching up to you on even just primaries, you know.
Yeah.
I made a big boo-boo with my battle tactic. Even if I had gotten that, it would have been a 4. I thought about, this is a thing that people do, you teleport the big block, send them in, lock up your dudes, and send them in via Destiny dice. But the problem is, you had enough shooting combat
Yeah.
enough things to start peeling them off, and I wouldn't have had the blues around them, or the pinks around them at the same time to be kind of doing that trade-off. Plus, I wouldn't have any of the debuffs. I'm curious what other Tzeentch people think. So in the chat, if you're a Tzeentch person, you're an expert Tzeentch player, you know actually how to run this list better than I do.
Yeah.
Let me know what we could have done, what you would have done in this mission. Still learning, but...
and if you want to see more of the army shots, you should go to our Instagram.
Yeah.
It has all the army shots like a day after we post this video.
Thanks for a great game.
Yeah, you too.
Thanks, guys, at home, and let us know what you thought in the comments down below.